They tax your income on their way in, and now they're planning to tax your retirement on the way out. That 401k, that traditional IRA, they're not gifts from the government. They were created inside the IRS tax code, and guess who controls the rules when it's time to take your money out? Those aren't retirement plans. They're tax-delayed tax time bombs. So you think you're playing it safe, but you're building your future in a system designed by the same people who collect your taxes. And the worst part, most financial advisors and insurance agents still tell you to max it out, as if the rules haven't changed. Well, they have. And today, I'm going to break this thing wide open and show you how the wealthy retire differently. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. What's cracking, everybody? Money Smart Guy, Matt Sapaula here, hailing to you from Dallas, Texas, and drop a comment below if you're one of these folks. If you're using an IRA or 401k, type tax later. If you're building a Roth IRA, a life insurance retirement plan, or tax advantage strategies, type tax advantage. This is Keep the Keys, the financial wake-up series where we expose the traps, we shift your mindset, and help you protect what you earn and multiply what you build. So let's start with the biggest lie they told you. You'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. Now, that sounds nice until real life actually happens. In fact, most retirees today are actually spending more money, not less, because of inflation, because of healthcare, and because of rising living costs. Which means what? You're forced to withdraw more from your tax-deferred retirement accounts, triggering more what? Income tax. I interviewed Ed Slott, America's IRA expert and author of the Retirement Savings Tax Time Bomb and How to Diffuse It. Here's what he had to say.
Anybody with an IRA, I always say you don't get your plan, you got the government plan. You're on the government plan because whether you want to or not, if you just have an IRA or a 401k, you're on the government plan, which means you are subject to forced withdrawals. They're called required minimum distributions, RMDs, at age 72. It was, now it's 73 for some people under the new Secure 2.0 Act. But that money is forced out. Whatever your rate is, you don't have control over that money. You must take it. It's not if, but when. But now you're on the government schedule. You want to control your own tax rates. And that's part of the trap of having an IRA into retirement.
You see, the IRS isn't after your contributions. They're after your growth. And once your account hits 6 or 7 figures, they're standing at the door with their hand out. And here's another thing. Let's say you forgot to take out your required minimum distribution at age 73, or you miscalculated. You'll get hit with a 25% excise tax penalty on the amount you were supposed to take out, plus income taxes. Here's a quick case study. If your required minimum distribution was $40,000 and you forgot to take it out that year, that's $10,000 gone in excise tax penalties before you pay a dime in income tax. Isn't that something you want to avoid? But tax isn't your only enemy. The second trap, market risk. Your retirement savings are exposed to volatility. And here's the math most advisors won't tell you. If your retirement account loses 25%, you'll need a 33% gain just to recover, get you back to square one. Here's a quick example. Let's say I have $400,000 and you lose $100,000 in a stock market crash. Now you're down to $300,000. We say, Matt, I only need a 25% return to get me my money back, right? Well, a 25% return only gets you to $375,000. But you see, you're older. You're close to retirement. You don't have time to make risky bets. See, that's the silent killer. You think you're investing, but you're gambling with your future. So what do wealthy families do differently? I interviewed Douglas Andrew, a national recognized financial strategist. He said something that stopped me cold. I never owned a 401k and I never will. Check him out.
I've always said I've never owned an IRA or 401k. Yep, never will. But I've never owned a Roth. Here's why. Roths were a step in the right direction in 1997 when the government was hard up for tax revenue. And Senator Roth said, I have an idea. Smart savers, they realize they're not going to be in a lower tax bracket when they retire. So let's dangle a carrot and get them to roll money over to a Roth. And that triggers tax revenue for us. So we don't have to wait till they retire to start getting it. The government did it for them, not for us.
Why? Because he uses LIRPs, LIRPs, life insurance retirement plans, for tax advantage growth, market protection and a downside risk, and lifetime income options for the rest of your life. But let me be clear. Not everyone qualifies for life insurance. If that's you, there are other options. Here are some smart moves people are making, including our clients, such as Roth IRAs if you don't qualify for a LIRP or a life insurance retirement plan. A Roth IRA gives you tax-free growth with no required minimum distributions, No income tax in retirement. What about 401k rollers from a former company? Plus Roth conversions. Special combination. This will help clients roll over traditional 401ks into IRAs, then do gradual Roth conversions to avoid triggering higher income tax brackets. Now, you can also do a backdoor Roth if your income is also too high. Now, this is in theory. This is what we do. In the last 12 months, our agency has written over $50 million in life insurance premiums, helped more than 27,000 clients, and licensed over 2,200 new agents into our field. We serve multicultural and middle-income families across the country, and we've seen it all, and we've seen it firsthand. The tax code rewards those who plan and punishes those who don't. And that's why I wrote the book, Keep the Keys, to help people avoid the traps and protect what they've built. It's not just about buying a home. It's about protecting your income, locking in a legacy, and building ownership with clarity. It's one thing to get you the keys. It's another thing to know how to keep them. Go to keepthekeysbook.com to pre-order and grab your free chapter today. The link is in the description below, and I also pinned a comment. So, as I sign off, what about next Wednesday? We're exposing the silent tax war that's hitting your wallet every time you shop, save, or earn, and how to fight back without becoming a financial victim. So, if you haven't done so yet, like this video, hit subscribe, and drop your biggest takeaway in the comment section below. And until we meet again, continue to live smart, continue to love smart, and be money smart today.